Hello everyone, welcome back to ACT English Practice. Since the last video I made was just me telling you all the answers, why don't we go ahead and pause the video here, teachers, if you would please, and give them a chance to attempt these. Remember, the rules that we've learned are semicolons have to have a complete sentence on both sides of them, and semicolons are the same thing as a period with a capital letter and a comma and a conjunction. So look for those answer types before you go, and then eliminate them, or they might be the right answer. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and give them a chance here. Pause for a few minutes, teachers, and let them do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'll assume there was a pause there, and we'll go ahead and try number 1. So I see right off the bat for number 1, answer choice B and D are both exactly the same in terms of function. We got a period and a capital letter for D and a semicolon for B. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate those two because there can't be two right answers. That leaves me with A and C. Let me go look at the sentence. Artist and sculptor Maria Fernando Cardoso, whose work makes use of many types of ready-made material, grew up in Colombia, studied in the United States, and now lives in Austria. So here we have the subject, artist and sculptor Maria Fernanda Cardosa, and then we have some verbs that go with her. She grew up in Colombia, studied in the United States, and now lives in Austria. So we do need a comma here to separate this unessential phrase that is giving us more information about Maria. So the correct answer then would be C. Okay, let's try number 2. I see semicolon and, well, no easy peasy elimination here, but let's try semicolon first. Actually, I can go ahead and eliminate that one too, because on both sides we got to have a complete sentence. I see yet complex period. That's obviously not a complete sentence, so it's not G. Let's look at the sentence. Her works, comma, which have been exhibited around the world, comma, often make the use of materials that are natural yet complex. Okay, for this one, we might think a comma yet, because yet is one of our conjunctions. We might think that it goes there, but remember, comma conjunction only works if we have a complete sentence after the conjunction. So in this case, we actually don't need a comma. The correct answer is going to be J. All right, so that leads us to the next one, which is, let me see here. Oops, navigated from the wrong screen. Okay, her most, well, let's look at the answer choices, which would be least acceptable alternative. Aha. So now I know, let's see, period is what's in there now. So semicolon is going to work with that, or it does the same thing. So D is not the right answer because we're looking for the least acceptable alternative. Let's read the sentence. Her most famous installation to date is the Cardoso Flea Circus. Okay. Live cat fleas as performers and stunt fleas. This is our subject here, it, featured, predicate. So any of these that get rid of the subject or the predicate without which or featuring, like if it just gets rid of one, either the subject or the predicate, then that is the incorrect answer. So that's going to leave us with C, because featured live cat fleas as performers and stunt fleas is not a complete thought. And there's no conjunction there or subject. So C is the least correct answer. Earlier you couldn't see number 4 and 5, so go ahead and attempt those real quick. Pause the video for a couple minutes. Give them a chance, teachers. Okay, number 4. I see just a lot of commas on this one in my answer choices, so I'll read the sentence keeping that in mind. Because the fleas were so small, comma, Cardosa collaborated with media artist Ross Harley to add audio and video for a larger projection. Okay, for a little trick on this one, sometimes it might get confusing because you think, well, Ross Harley is giving us more specific information about media artists, so we need to separate it with commas. That is not true here. Whenever the title comes first, you don't put commas to separate the real subject, who is Ross Harley. Okay, if this were flip-flopped and we said Cardoso collaborated with Ross Harley, comma, media artist, comma, to add audio, that would be correct, but that's not the order we have. So we need to get rid of both of those commas, and therefore the correct answer would be G. If we look at number 5, semicolon and is an option for B. That's definitely not right. D makes a complete sentence, and I see later, comma, for, let's just go look at the sentence. The circus was first displayed publicly in October 1996 in San Francisco. That's a complete idea. Later, it was acquired by the Tate Modern Gallery in London. That's a complete idea. There's only one option here that helps us correctly separate two complete ideas, and that is answer choice D. All right, hopefully you guys did well on that, and we'll be back next week for some more practice.